I'm sad. I could have been a lot more sad. It's okay though. Alright. Oh, should I upgrade you? It's all good. I want to see down throw there for sure. I don't mind the juggle situation, but just get the guaranteed damage. Oh no, not like this.
Buffer dare dodge.
I was gonna say it's 5 years in prison if you SDS Sora, just so you know. Literally illegal, bro. Oh man, it's all good. We're playing online, so you get a free pass. If I'm gonna stand on the ledge like this for this long, don't be afraid to push up a little bit more. I'm not saying you gotta go for a dash attack or an F smash, but you gotta try and go out of your way to try and make me do something, right? If you jump in with a nair, if you want to box me out with like a back air, that's also totally fine as well. But if I just sit in the corner, then you can't let yourself get timed out in this situation either, right? Of course, I'm not going to sit there for 4 minutes if I do. I'm kind of a god, but realistically, there should be some sort of pressure there to make me either have to be afraid of being in the corner or dying for staying there that long, or at least getting hit, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, it still worked. We're right here. It's all good, bro.
Yeah, I was going. No, I just feel like you'd be right on top of me, and I feel like I can't get you off me. Like,
so I will say that Sora is definitely a much more defensive character. It's very, very hard to make a comeback, in my opinion, with Sora, just because he's not even slow. He's just slow in the air, I guess. Like his frame rate is not amazingly fast. It's not that. It's like average. He has average everything, but being super floaty, trying to get in, it's very telegraphed, right? So you definitely have to try and get as close to your opponent as you possibly can, and then start throwing out your moves. So if I try and jump past you, you're intercepting me, right? If you're sitting back and waiting for me to jump onto you, that's probably not going to happen, right? And Falco doesn't even really have very much range. I'll say that like Sora doesn't really have that much range either, even as a sword character. Like his range is kind of like Roy, I guess. Like he gets outranged by a lot of sword characters, even just characters like Donkey Kong, even, right? Like not a sword character, but still outranges them pretty easily. So, as far as positioning goes, 'cause that was one of your questions that you had.
I was literally about to ask.
So, the number one thing with this character, as far as positioning goes, is although he's like decently good in the air, you're way better off staying on the ground and getting your opponent in the air. Right, so if you're jumping around going all crazy, like trying to like use your double jump in neutral, for example, and floating around and coming down with like back airs at the last second and like falling up airs and stuff like that, it can be okay. But even for Sora, it works to like.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. It's fine to try and come in with like an up air like this if you're trying to get a kill, or going like this to get a kill. But to just do this in neutral just because you feel like it doesn't really lead into anything, right? You can get falling up air into rising up air, but it's just too. It takes too long to develop as far as trying to get in and do this, right? Because if you happen to miss, you have to pull back.
It's too slow, pretty much.
Yeah. So if I'm gonna come in and do something like that, it's like, okay, well, that shouldn't be working really. Like if you're doing like let's say jab or forward tilt, or you're doing nair, by the time I get to you and do what I want to do, I should already be getting hit. So you want to try to avoid jumping in the air like this, right? You could only you should go for something like that, or you could go for something like that if your opponent is missing something. So if they're going for like a dash grab and they miss, you go for a dash attack and they miss, or you think they're going to like run up to you down tilt and like spot dodge, you can catch their spot dodge after and come down with like an up air like that, right? So it's more of a whiff punish. But realistically, if you're trying to, I guess, the base playstyle for me with this character is you got to get your dash attack involved as soon as you possibly can. It crosses up on shield as well. It's disjointed. Dash attack can be comboed into from your fireball as well. So one thing it happens if you're just playing because you want to just play, but if you're actually trying to structure your game plan from the beginning, you should be throwing out your fireball as a way to get a combo starter. Right? You don't just throw it out like this and just start popping off, and now you're on lightning, which is kind of shit, right? So you're better off if you're actually going to do anything properly. Keep your fire, so that when you're able to get like a whiff punish, you can get fire into a dash grab or into a dash attack, right? If
Okay.
you can do like fire into like a dash grab, I can go down throw into fair just to get somebody off stage,
Yeah.
right? Down throw if they DI in, you can get up air. But as soon as you
Yeah.
get somebody above you, you don't really need to chase them and start doing this kind of thing and like just chase them all over the place, because since he's so floaty in the air, it's very easy to just air dodge past him, right? Especially if you use your double jump, right? If someone starts air dodging though, it's very easy to catch them if you stay on the ground. Right, you have super long lasting hitboxes in your up tilt.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You can also go for your nair as well if you want to. Right, or you can go for your up air. Right, they're big sweeping attacks. So if you're jumping up and trying to catch someone and kill them off the top, it's probably not going to happen. If it is working, then I don't know what your opponent's really doing. That shouldn't be happening. Or like when people do like up air into up B, like I'm sure you've seen on Twitter how it's true. Like at like 50 or something like that, it's like falling up air, rising up air, up B. I've never seen anybody actually get that. As far as like on an actual player,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure you can actually get it, but like the opponent kind of has to just do nothing. So I wouldn't be trying to kill people off the top. Most of your kills are going to be from nair and fair off the side, preferably fair, since fair sends more horizontally. Nair sends really high, right?
Yeah.
Also, you can go for like fair one, right? Fair one F smash. You can do nair one up smash, right? Fair one into forward tilt one, so like going like this into just the single hit or like the single flick.
Yeah, the one that knocks back.
Yeah. Lightning, like I said before, lightning, it's not really a move you want to use. Like this move, there's so many blind spots. If I'm right up against you, like even like right, if I'm maybe right here, I might hit you with with lightning. But if I'm anywhere up close at all, I'm just wide open, which I'm sure you know. You'll see a lot of people will also like B reverse it as well, right? They'll do something like this to get a little bit closer to it, right? If you don't know how to B reverse, I can send you videos on that. It's not super hard. It's once you get the timing down, it's pretty straightforward.
B reverse a little bit. I don't think I'm that consistent.
Yeah.
Oh no. There you go. See, not consistent.
There you go. It's all good, bro. But yeah, I would say for the most part, and this is why this character can be frustrating for some people, is he's really not a character where you're going to just go in and do what you want to do, right? What I mean by that is like I don't get to just run at you and just start pushing buttons and win a lot of exchanges. Like a lot of my tilts, for example, are not that fast, right? Nair is decently fast. I think it's frame 6, so it'd be frame 9 off the ground with a jump squat. So frame 9. I think jab is frame 5, right? It doesn't have anything that's like insane.
Jab is fast.
Yeah, back air is -6 on shield. Nair 1's -6 on shield. Nair fair 1's -8 on shield. If you don't know what that stuff really means, all it means is that it's just can't be grabbed for the most part, or can't be punished super hard, right? -6 actually could be grabbed depending on if you don't do it perfectly. If you're doing it perfectly, then you might get a spot dodge out, but I wouldn't count on it. Or if your spacing is really good too. But yeah, for me to just run at you and just start nairing on you because I feel like it's gonna get parried, number one, or after you've done your moves and like let's say you bounced off the shield or whatever, they're going to either up smash out of shield, up B out of shield, nair out of shield, whatever, right? So I would say at higher levels of play, Sora becomes a very, very slow character, which a lot of people don't really want to hear. So if you want to just try and run somebody over with Sora, you have to just be substantially better than them at like everything. But if you're evenly matched, then you're gonna have to play pretty slow. Kind of like Falco, honestly. Falco doesn't really get a chance to go super crazy on someone unless they don't have super good escape options. Like Sora, he kind of struggles in the air to get down. Like I don't know why they gave him this. I think honestly, I feel like they were trolling when they gave him this move. Like it's not good at all. So like if he had like a normal spike, like if he had up smash like as a spike, if that makes sense, like something where it just goes straight down.
Like pointing downwards.
Yeah, if it was something
like Cloud almost.
Yeah, like Cloud or like a Sephiroth. Even if it was like even if this spiked, it would be better than it is. Right? Anything. Or like if it like dragged down, that would have been sick. Sick too. But for the most part, you're gonna spend a lot of time kind of running away with this character. He's kind of hit and run. So as far as positioning goes, if you get yourself turned around backwards, sometimes back air can be fine. But honestly, you don't really want to rely on playing backwards if you can. And as far as like going backwards on or getting stuck in a situation where you're facing backwards, more often than not, it's because somebody crossed you up, not so much that you came in like that. If you're jumping in and doing a landing back air, that's fine. But if somebody crosses you up or you're now in shield backwards, you kind of have only up B out of shield, right? You can try and nair, right? Depending on what they do on your shield, but they kind of have to be pretty close to you, right? Also, if you get this hitbox where they don't actually get pulled in front of you, you can't really do a whole lot with that. You want that. No, not this.
Like the tipper one? Like the tipper one?
I want that one. That's the one I want.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like it's not super consistent getting that. Not impossible, but not super consistent.
Gotcha.
You know what? Let's get out of this game.
All right.
You know, that 15 seconds ish.
Yeah.
But once you get a lead with him, your main objective realistically is to almost just be annoying, which sucks to say, but you're not going to get a lead that's like 60% and then continue to apply pressure. You want people to fall into your traps. You want people to mess up, and then when they mess up, you hit them with a forward tilt, send them off stage. You can get a very aggressive off stage, which I actually do like about this character. He's basically Falco off stage as far as how aggressive he can get, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Or he's Falco with a sword, I should say. And yeah, going off stage with him, it can be pretty wild. It can be hard to catch somebody if they want to go like super high quickly or super low quickly. Because if you commit to your double jump and you're wrong, then there's no chance you're catching.
Then yeah, you're just up there for like 10 years.
So let's do it.
I'll try my best. Yeah.
So something like that is what you'd like to start off with if you're able to. Oops.
Oh, I didn't connect.
So basically, none of his combos are true at 0, which is kind of annoying. That's kind of why you want the fireball too, if you can land it. If you can't land it, then kind of is what it is. But in a perfect world, if you're able to land it, then that's what you want. Are you gonna break out sooner?
Ooh. Did not mean to grab there. Oh, I jumped into that.
Oh, he didn't even mash. I thought you were gonna mash for sure.
No! I was trying to snap.
So his ledge trapping is cracked as well. That's where you want to use his lightning. His lightning is one of the best, like as far as that situation, because your opponent can't do much to get around it. If your spacing is good, they kind of have to just watch themselves die, or they get like a lucky air dodge, or if they have like a really good recovery, they can go super low. But that's basically where you want to use that. Oops, tried to down air. Imagine, couldn't be me.
Oh, I overshot it. There we go.
The DI in. I should have known.
Oh, that was close. Ooh. I should have fucking punished that.
Nice. Nice. This is trouble. Trying to get down.
Ah. Oh,
It should have been an F smash. I'm throwing.
had it. No, I fucking overshot it again.
That's another thing too. When you're trying to recover, don't be afraid to take your time. Right? You can basically fly, like literally fly with this character. So there's no reason to panic with your up B. I'm not saying that you're necessarily panicking, but if you're super close to the ledge, let yourself fall down a little bit, right? Just so you don't have that situation happen.
Yeah, I keep overshooting it. Too short, man.
Jeez. Good catch. All of a sudden, the game is tied.
No, it was supposed to be the other way. Let me get rid of it. Alright. No shot. One little snowflake touched me.
Yep. That's all it takes. Oh no. No?
That was Ooh, I was supposed to be turning around.
Oh, if I missed. I'm throwing. Oh, I shouldn't have dashed.
Oh, that was
Should have full hopped my up there.
Oh, I was not supposed to be dash attack. That was close. No!
Ooh, we almost had that. Ooh, okay.
Oh, you got me back here. That was good.
It's good that you know the setups, though. You've been watching the videos, I see. Gotta do it.
I try, like, I could do some, like, IDJ stuff, but not, like, super consistently, though.